One hundo girlfriends.
On a
Hello.
girlfriend's.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
I feel like I had something I wanted to say, and then whoop, there it goes. So
All right.
obviously,
Well.
oh no, I'll say it real quick.
Oh
So
yeah.
we will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
talking about two chapters in this video, but we have to start
Hmm.
with the alien shit. Obviously, I mean, like, how do you
Yeah.
bury that lead? But
Okay. Eat phone home shit over here.
but I also want to. I wanted to shout out everyone that showed up in our stream, but I didn't like screen cap it or anything. Do you remember some of them?
Okay. We had.
Teasday was
Well,
there. You see this name
yeah.
right there?
He's the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up to our
We
streams.
had.
Teasday's
We had
there.
Kirby guy, little Kirby. I don't
Yeah.
remember the
We had
exact
someone
Kirby.
named Janess. It was like
Yep.
SNES, but with a
Janess.
J.
We had someone who had like one of those.
One of those
One
big
of those.
letters, big numbers names.
Yeah.
Damn
Yes.
it!
Yeah.
I promised! And if I try to
I
open up
mean,
another tab, I'll destroy my computer. I know it.
your phone. Pull out your phone. You can use. Yeah.
Alright, you yap about
That's what
something
we're.
while I find that.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So yeah. Our first. Okay. We're talking about the alien now. Okay. Yeah, okay. When I saw the first page of the alien chapter, I was like, oh boy, no one, this girl. The injured animal she found is like a fucking bear or something. But then as soon as I think that, I see Connie
Yeah.
like she's singing the same thing. It's like, okay, it can't be a bear, so maybe it's actually gonna be Bigfoot. And then we see
Bro, I'll
it's
be
a
honest.
fucking alien.
See, I need to bring up the receipts on that motherfucker, okay? Because like I literally I feel like I kind of called this.
Yeah.
Because in the last stream we did, I was like when we came here, we read the fucking like preview for the last chapter, and it was like, oh, she an unexpected thing in the mountains, and I'm like, oh, okay. What if she finds Bigfoot? And I mean, this is pretty goddamn close to finding.
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
it's basically supernatural creature. I mean,
It's in the same realm.
yeah.
Yeah. Desperately going to the live chat. Here we go.
But yeah, I mean, this is a classic example of the like, okay, all right, let's see where this goes, let's see where this leads, and it was something, yeah. It was actually, I mean, it's pretty cute in the end, you know.
It was
Getting to
awesome.
see, getting to
Genuinely.
see the aliens speaking, everyone's like voice gags was like,
The alien was adorable. Allie was like losing her mind. I showed her. Okay, we got. Oh my god, why does it have to be like 140p? We got Shadow Strike. We got
I
Arc
remember
to
that.
Stuff 3607.
That's first.
And I know Luke was there at one point, and that's gonna be all the ones that I have time to list before I. but
Damn.
listen, because I'm just
ADHD
scrolling.
be like,
You're gonna make me feel guilty. Okay, listen.
I don't think they'll care. I don't think. I mean, it's not like a Patreon like credit scroll at the end of the video or something. They're like, where's my name? Why isn't my name shouted out? You know.
There's just one person. Anyway, point being.
Like we got everyone else but that last person.
Yeah, there's one person who's like, I'm never watching their streams again. No, but I wanted to bring up two things. One is that, so we do stream every once in a while. We did our tier lists.
Yep.
We are planning on doing a Christmas stream. I'm really excited for the Christmas stream, and I want to fucking
same
plug it.
here.
So we are all, and Rios, I know Rios, he's gonna work on this for like 3 months in advance. I mean, he's already working on it. Okay, we are making little gift baskets for each one of the girls. And we are going to present. We're going to give Christmas gifts to each one of the girls. It's like a what would you get them for Christmas? I think I said like $100 spending limit per girl.
Yeah,
So
basically.
and we're gonna like Photoshop our little like gift baskets, and we're gonna show them in a little PowerPoint and kind of go through the logic of it and how they'd react to it. And so we're really excited about that. We'd love to have you there. That's gonna be sometime on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear, people's thoughts on like what they would get the girls in the chat, and it's just gonna be a very fun time. And like I said, a lot of times, I like how I can advertise this as like a feature now, like to Teasday's there sometimes. They work on the manga, kind of.
Yeah, they're the editor, you know.
Woo! It's very cool. Oh, they do redrawing too. Look at that. I didn't even realize. And typeset. They do everything, bro. It's crazy.
Okay, they're being humble,
Modest
so
as
I guess,
fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So our streams are fun. Come to the streams. We'll shout you out. We'll, I don't know, pay you money.
we'll suck your dick.
Well, I'm gonna suck your dick. What? Is that a Game Grumps reference?
Well, okay, I learned it from Games Grump, but I'm pretty sure they got it from like a Adult Swim Muppets parody or something like that, or like it was like Kermit the Frog or something like that. He was like a crackhead.
Oh yeah, that
like,
sounds familiar.
something like that.
Oh my god. All right, so what to even begin with? All right, I'll scroll through. So this alien,
Yeah.
very cute. I gotta say, So I love her being like so country that she's like, I don't know
Yeah.
much about machines, so I just figured it was some
You're
kind
like,
of.
like girl, like that,
You know
when
what's
I saw
funny though?
it,
Oh, please go ahead.
yeah, when I saw it, I take a second to let it sink in, and I just laughed. Like okay, yep, okay, your mama, you do you,
I
know,
feel
like
like that is as stupid as it is. I feel like it's a little more realistic in a country like Japan because they do have such
yeah,
good public transport. It's totally feasible that she's never been in a car in her life. Like I could totally believe that.
true, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she fucking like she either walks to school every day like from the mountains. Like she wakes up at like fucking 5 a.m. and like walks 2 hours to school every day, or like she gets on like the immaculate train systems they have. So you know, I mean, like honestly, dude, I'm starting to think her family's like Amish.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like they just
I gotta go back to her
really that.
backstory and scan the background and see if there's like a TV.
Because when that last chapter we got, that was her like
Oh,
like
true.
uncle and aunt, right?
Was there any TVs?
So I mean, it didn't look like it. They just had the classic like futons,
Yeah.
traditional shit like that.
When they're bored, they fucking churn butter for fun, you know?
Yeah, and that's you got the muscles, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and she can churn my
Oh,
butter.
wait. They do have TV because I remember there was a
Fuck!
scene in there was a scene in either her intro chapter or like one of the after volume half chapters where like her dad was watching something and they're like
Damn.
the guy was like I don't like short girls who are short and he turns off the TV like don't listen to them, daughter, they're being stupid or some shit. So she's at least part like TVs were invented in like you know the early 1900s, so she's at least that far along, you know.
Damn it. I was really enjoying like imagining her as like one of those farm families where like, you know, she just like all she knows is farm and fine dining. And breathing.
Yeah, breathing, yeah, farming.
Oh my god. All right. Someone's gonna be mad in the comments and be like, yeah, we've never seen her farming. Anyway, moving on.
Or like gardening, fine.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar. There's another part I wanted to find. Hold on. Oh, dude. Okay, so Kanye West. Okay, I should know their names.
Yeah.
Now. Hold on. Kiki.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's what the stream was about. It was about him memorizing each of those using fucking like flashcards.
I'm locking in.
Yeah, you went really. You know, he learned some things. Now you probably would normally have to like do it some other times. Like
I feel like I've locked in a good 90% of them. I
yeah.
Yeah. So Kiki is.
Yep.
This made me laugh because I mean, like, you know, living in America and seeing every clip of every Alex Jones and every Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, I was just Trump was on Joe Rogan recently, and you know I had to watch that. I was like, what the fuck is this gonna be? And it's so fucking real. I mean, Kanye West went on Joe Rogan, and like, there's plenty of clips from that people share around. Like, you know that? Have you seen that famous one where he's like, "How much does the Earth cost? I'm gonna buy the whole." Yeah, no. He says, "I'm gonna buy the whole Earth and rule it like a king."
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll have some the one where he was like Joe Rogan had, or what was it,
Alex Jones
whoever,
had him on,
yeah,
and Alex Jones was the reasonable one.
Yeah. Like, that was interesting. I was like,
I have to quote Kanye. I'm so sorry. It's too funny. It's because like he's trying to do the like, oh, you know, Hitler had some good points, and then fucking Alex Jones is like, oh, I mean, I guess, you know, you could say like brought up, I don't know, he said some random government thing that Hitler did, maybe like a little good,
sort of reasonable,
and then he was like, nah, man, and then and Kanye West is like, I will never forget the exact inflection, the way he said it. He's like, there's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
Eyes open, like, oh,
freak shit.
Like cut the camera, Jamie, or whatever.
Oh, dude, it was so fun. You're still mixing up Joe Rogan and Alex Jones.
Yeah.
At this point,
I don't care enough.
No, yeah, for sure. No, but it was so funny because, and then like, I promise we'll get back to 100 Girlfriends. I could feel the viewer retention dropping. But like, and then like he got into like a fucking like feud on Twitter with his audience because of course half his audience is like pro Hitler. So like, I remember there was a tweet that Alex Jones came out and he was like, listen guys, like, I mean, like, if you gotta not like Hitler, that's like base level shit. And they're like, oh, they got to you, Alex. It's like, oh my god, I love it.
He's woke. He's become woke.
Yeah, let the girls fight. Okay. Holy shit. Fight. Yeah, seriously.
Okay, anyway, we're back to we on that same page we have Mimi who's like she's obviously talking like sci-fi and fairy tales don't go together. Mimi, like, there's this really popular manga and now anime called Dandadan, which is like
Yeah,
literally like the smash together of supernatural shit
it's
and
true. Someone needs
extraterrestrial
to
shit.
hand her a Don Don volume.
Yeah,
I also love, fucking. Oh, okay. I gotta lock in with my name rememberings.
lock in.
See, okay.
Brain
So
blast.
I'm trying to remember the Brazilian girl's name, and this one's difficult. I think that one's out of my brain. I'm so sorry. Remind me.
Era.
Aira, right? Because that was the one
Yeah.
we were arguing about the pronunciation. Okay, so Aira, I just love how she's looking at this thing and she's like, "Well, I could definitely fuck this thing up." Not now,
Yeah.
as we learned later.
Yeah,
Momoji
her
gets. Oh,
her
please.
sense. Yeah, her sense of what she can battle or not battle is a little skewed, but
I don't think she has like the power level scouter like a DBZ
yeah.
character. You know, it's all vibes based. I mean, that was kind of like what we saw with her like flashback. You know, she until she became aware, like she could have gone through the world having never fought
Yeah.
anything, but assuming that she could beat everybody. You know,
Yeah.
and then her dad had to fucking drop that on her, and then it fucked her up
Assuming
permanently.
she could beat COVID with a punch, like that's how bad she was.
She probably would have. Yeah, she gets sick and she's like punching her throat. She's like, I'll get it out of there. And then, I mean, like, if you didn't prove her wrong, she would just assume that it worked because she'd spend 3 days punching her like throat, and she'd be like, I'm better now.
Oh my
I
lord,
did
it was a long fight, but I came out on top. Oh my lord.
I didn't hear no bell. Excellent. Momoji gets to grope an alien, which I feel like is a first for her. I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
You'd think. I mean, who knows what she gets up to? I do like that Yaku is like, I don't give a fuck. I've seen so much shit.
Yeah, like when you get my age, you see all kinds of people, and it's like, it's an alien. Like, well, some people are illegal aliens, some people are legal aliens. I don't discriminate or whatever.
Did
I
she
don't judge.
fight in World War One or two? What's the timeline?
Well,
on
it
this?
would have most likely like two, because I mean, like if it was World War One, she'd be like 100 at this point. But we know she's 80.
I know she's old. Okay. All right. So. It just, I'll be honest, my mind instantly went to, she's probably seen some crazy shit in the war.
Oh, definitely.
So
Yeah.
I think like she's looking at this alien, everyone's like, oh my god, a literal fucking alien, and then like I want to zoom
Like,
in.
I was in
no,
Unit
please,
7.
real quick, a zoom in on like her and just like the fucking like.
Yeah, that happened
Yeah.
during the big sports festival arc, whatever it was. Like that's actually how she won that. He let like the fucking PTSD adrenaline strength get her over the finish line. It was like,
Oh my god, I would love.
I feel bad for you, but
Can you imagine like an actual serious arc where we maybe she like reveal that she's been having like actual like war PTSD and like she's waking up in like cold sweats and it like
My
we
lord.
actually get like we give the artist like an opportunity to draw like horrific gruesome war flashbacks. I would love that.
I mean, that's probably why she needs those Momiji shoulder rubs. Like it's the only thing that keeps the hallucinations away and shit. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah, I do
my
wonder. I
lord.
mean, the vibe I get from Yaku is that she was like fully prepared to die. You know, she's one of those old people
I mean,
that,
yeah.
that like had made peace with the fact that she was about to die, and now like, I mean,
Like,
she's
the
just been
second-
given this fucking new
Yeah.
lease on life. And
like,
it's
I'm
just,
just the new game plus, Like,
yeah, let me die, granddaughter.
oh my lord.
Excellent. Obviously Saki not knowing how to process how she's gonna
Like-
feel about this thing.
Like, are you my senior or my junior? Like, I don't know, which one are you? Like, I don't know how to ask without potentially making an ass of myself. But
Yeah, of course.
And
Don't
then,
want to insult, obviously.
Yeah.
Kusuri trying to yoink alien blood. Great face
like,
she's
can
making there.
what drugs about blood? Like, Kuzer, are you even are you?
I think the idea is like it's an alien, so like until you study it, you don't know what the fuck.
I mean, I guess,
it could
yeah.
be anything. They could be like we're carbon-based life forms. He could be like a nitrogen-based life form, or like I don't know. She can discover a new element. I don't fucking know. I also
Yeah, true.
I do enjoy her saying I was half joking, which is some shit that I
Yeah.
say all the time, which is like I'm saying a thing that I actually do want to do, but I'm willing to stop if one of you tries to stop me. Is like, I do this all the
Damn.
time where I'll be like, but I'll do it in a way where I will like insult people. Like I'll be like, bro, that haircut is ass. And then they'll get insulted, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm mostly kidding, is what I say. That's usually, I say that all the time.
The classic Schrodinger's asshole.
Schrodinger's joke. That's what Republicans use that all the time. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, come on, it was just a joke. I was just saying that Mexicans are not people. It was just a joke.
Like, I was just saying that, like, women should really know their place and, like...
Back in the kitchen, am I right? Oh, it's just a joke.
Okay. Now,
I feel like this review. I'm sorry about like the way this review is. It's just like this chapter is one of those things where
we are not
like,
drunk. We're not on any substances. You know, it's
this chapter is one of those ones where it's just like a series of events happening back to
back.
Basically. So I'm literally just scrolling through like, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then they eat the noodles.
Yeah, and then the alien starts talking. Like, I mean, yeah.
Here, let me break up the sequential nature of how we're doing this. I really enjoy what the alien becomes. I like that he becomes a creature that speaks with all of their mannerisms.
Yeah,
that I thought was actually a really cool concept. It reminds me of like I need to show you like Enna at some point. Have I told you about Enna? It's like a weird.
I think my cousin showed me that years ago. But
okay,
so I do know we have. Yeah,
so there's a character in that speaks like kind of where he's like constantly switching between like 5 different like vocal patterns.
And also, didn't Bumblebee from the Michael Bay Transformers do that also for a bit?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I'm probably gonna butcher this, but there's a character in like the second or third Enna episode where they're like and your greed brought you here, you know, and like I'm imagining like he's speaking, but
like he's actually like literally using the action. It's not even like he's not speaking. He's not saying their words in its voice. It's like literally saying the words in their voices. Like
that would be interesting. I don't know if it's his voice. I assume it's just it's his little own alien voice, but he's speaking in their inflections. But it would be interesting if he was just like. I feel like it's probably is more his voice in their inflections, but still, that's got to be jarring to like jump between. I just thought that was.
I mean, even the font of how they're speaking goes to becomes.
That's true. I mean, and maybe that's implying this is a question.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah,
you know what this is? This is a question for Teasday. Teasday, if you're here. Is the implication that it's his own voice?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we would know. Like, there's nothing in the text. There's nothing in the text.
There's so many little tricky Japanese, like the way that Japanese is written, where people like I'll be reading a One Piece chapter and it'll be like a masked character, and then someone will tweet like, okay, so they used like the suffix.
They were like got like yahaha, but rather than yarharhar. So I know
this happens in One Piece all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, the suffix they used was this, which means they're probably a guy, and they're probably like a nerdy dweeby character." Like literally in like a chapter or two ago, there was a character who used I was like Tasa or I don't remember. Oh God, what was it? I don't know. It was some kind of suffix, and people were like, okay, so like commonly in modern day, that's used by like weebs basically when they talk about like their favorite characters. So it was revealed that because this guy was like setting up like a model city and like trapping real humans in it, and he viewed them as like fictional characters in his own little like world. Basically, he was playing like City Sim with real humans, and he was a giant. Yeah, and he used you can find out a lot about like the way things talk in Japanese. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, that's also kind of true in English too. It's just nowadays it's not as like obvious, I think. But I mean, there's definitely like colloquialism. It's like, only people from like this random city and like or random state or region in America would use that thing. But yeah, it's usually.
I'm just saying, I don't know if there's any indication that he's just like I do wonder if in the anime it will be that he's like literally mimicking their voices, or if it's like this cute little chibi. Are you looking now?
No, that's not like 10 years from now. We're gonna find out when that in
2030.
That part.
I thought maybe you were going to the Raws.
No, they do. Yeah, in the Raws they do change the font based on who's speaking. So I think
it could be then that maybe he is just like straight mimicking their voices. Either way,
that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, then we get to I mean, we find out the punchline of it is
the kissing, bro. Let's not jump too far ahead.
Well, okay.
First, wait.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Hahari and her infinite evil. Yeah. Goes over as like, that was a kissy with you. I like, and by the way, this is like, I like this line here because this is such a like view into the way her mind works, because she, most people like kissing, it's a nice feeling, but the way she describes it is like an orgasmic, like heroin like experience where it makes your brain so happy it melts into a puddle and nothing else matters.
I mean, that would explain a lot of her behavior.
Absolutely. She's like addicted to that. Like literally, I know that I'm reading too much into this, but that's like this. That's why you come here.
Yeah.
And like, let's be real, okay? Like she's addicted. It's a problem.
Yeah, and then we have Nana over here saying what we're all thinking is like, I mean, it's a little fucked up, Nana, but that's not wrong. Like, I don't disagree with what you're saying. The IQ seems to be inversely proportional to the number of characters in the cast. Like,
you know what I enjoy, the thing I thought about when I first saw that was, because we've talked about this before, I think it was the Kirby guy who always says the reverse flanderization, right? But like what this shows me is that the author, and we've known this for a while because of how good he is at writing, but the author is very aware of flanderization as a concept, because he's like calling it out here. He's calling out the fact that, because that's how I read this. It's like, oh man, like as the series goes, we're getting more and more ridiculous. But the fact that he's aware of that, and you can tell that he's aware of that and tries really hard to make sure that there's always moments where they're actually characters and they're not just like doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
they're
like
human
that little,
beings.
yeah, I like that little call out because that reaffirms to me that the author is aware of flanderization as a problem and like clearly working very hard to make sure it doesn't continue to happen as they increase in cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, also don't forget Iku teaching him about butt paddling, and Iku gets to get butt paddled by an alien, which is
I mean, that's how you know this guy became part of the family. Like he got in. I mean, it wasn't even like a little, like he actually put some.
Yeah, he spent like a week or two with these. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. And like, because you know if Iku likes it or not by her face, and she's actually enjoying it. If it was like weak, she would have been like, nah. Well, I mean, we learn that this alien was gonna fucking kill her in some amazing art, by the way. I fucking shit my pants when I saw this. I literally was like, oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, I was afraid because Rentaro was gonna come and destroy that fucking alien if he tried anything. I was real relieved when I, for his sake, when he put the arm back.
That's true. Rentaro would have sensed it. He would have been at home and like
Rentaro was like out the window looking
every day. Yeah. Rentaro's got to struggle with the, there's like this dichotomy between being loving and caring for your girls and like not giving them space. You know what I mean? Like he walks that really well. He truly walks softly, but carries a big stick, he's always unseen, but he's always there.
He's fucking like omnipresent over here. Like.
Yeah. Jeez, man. I love it. And like, yeah. And I also love that, like, again, this is another moment where like the series really shines. It doesn't take away like intelligence and agency from Yamame, where she's like, I knew.
You could sense their subtle killing intent.
Yeah, I'm around animals all the time. I could tell. I could see it in your eyes. I could see it by how you're moving. You were, like it would be if you came across like an injured, like I don't know, coyote or something. It would probably
or bear.
Yeah, or bear, which clearly she's done before. Yeah. So I like that. It's shows her intelligence.
Like,
do you have more to say? I feel like I've been yapping a lot.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm reminded of how I said when we were ranking the characters. I was like, she feels kind of like what you see is what you get kind of character. Like, there's not, like, I remember I was trying to figure out how to say it in a more, in a
less rude way.
Yeah, but this was happening to show off some of her hidden depths. She is very perceptive to be able to see that both the killing intent, but also that he was in pain, and she was able to, have that, I don't know, the kindness or not. I don't know. I mean, she's a friend to all living things.
Yeah, I think this. Well, first of all, I'd like to plunder her hidden depths. Ao, high five. Yeah. Second of all, I think like one of the deepest parts of her character is this idea of, and we see it a lot, it's her gag, it's this like, this is a living thing too, right?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, no better way to show her commitment to that ideal than a literal fucking alien that she knows is trying to kill her. You know what I mean? And like, to me, the line of the chapter here is her saying like, we're all, however different we are, we're all living things and we all feel pain. And we can relate on that, and her kindness and Hahari's lewdness saves the Earth from imminent disaster.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like once a fucking again, it seems Ari saved the planet with her boundless love lust. I mean, does this make up for her crimes? Like,
Ooh,
she
that's a
saved the world
fascinating
several
utilitarian
times.
discussion.
Yeah, like if she were in jail, she wouldn't have been able to save the world, and and the aliens would just run us over like fucking.
I mean, let's be real. Like, how many people has she sexually assaulted? Like 20 plus?
Yeah,
But how
probably
many lives has she saved? Am I right?
like 8 billion.
Yeah, free to go.
Oh my lord.
All crimes
You,
absolved.
can you imagine if, like, in court, they weigh the good that you've done over against
But
the
you're
crime you committed? Like,
please go ahead.
fucking scales of Osiris over here. Like, yeah, like,
No,
that'd be
please.
hilarious.
I don't stop because I'm laughing so loud.
I was like, yeah, like if your good outweighs the crime this much, then you get like your sentence gets like suspended to this extent, and like that'd be. I'm not sure that'd be good, but it'd be very interesting.
I mean, I think
Like,
that's kind of like what the good behavior thing. You know how you can like get.
Well, yeah,
off
but that's
early
after
for-
you get.
Oh, yeah.
You get sentenced.
No, I like the idea of like Epstein's in trial. This is the alternate universe. This is the alternate universe where
where Epstein
he
didn't kill
didn't kill himself, question quote unquote, and he's in trial, and he's like, Your Honor, have you considered all of the candy I gave to children on Halloween?
Like sure, he saves, but he rapes. You're like, or wait, no way. I think it goes the other way around. But.
Have you considered that I always returned my shopping cart when I made my maids shop for me?
Like, no, you got it. Okay, one day off. You got that counts for, compared to all the evil you've done. That's one
day off of infinity. Lord have mercy. Okay, and by the way, this is one of those chapters that just like kept fucking going.
Yeah,
and like I love that because this series, and this is how I was wording it to Allie when I was reading it. This series always whatever you think the arc for the chapter is gonna be, it's gonna go like 3 steps further. Like, any other series, the arc would have ended when the alien left. But then we see the alien fucking travel back to his home, and then we see the alien send a message, and it's insane. There's, like, so much. So the alien goes back, and we see the alien and his, like, grand commander, and then they have I don't know if these aliens have gender or if they're all the same. Either way, this is definitely a gay alien kiss. I don't care what anyone says. Then we have a gay alien kiss, and it, like, awakens the love of kissing. And then, like, literally they're like, you know what? And by the way, probably not just Earth. I think these guys are like Urkins from Invader Zim. I feel like they're going from planet to planet and just yoinking planets. So they probably saved like galaxies now by turning this alien world into like an orgy planet. I mean, it's literally what it is.
Now they're gonna go spread the gospel of orgy kissing.
Let's be honest, they ain't stopping at kissing, okay? Like they're gonna explore their bodies and find out if they haven't learned. I bet this like
we're gonna use their bananas.
Your banana organ. This race, if they didn't know about kissing, I guess there's 2 things it could be. It could be A, that they're like the type of race to just like do like sex just for procreation or something, or B, they're like a clone species. But I do love the idea of like a clone species that's like have never fucked before, like learning the joy of that.
Like the joys of masturbation, like a species-wide masturbations. Like,
like, we're gonna have to let Alien Jim out of jail. We imprisoned him for that like 20 years ago. He was weird back then.
Yeah, like it would suck to be ahead of your time on that front.
Like Galileo, didn't we talk about?
Yeah.
Well, first, if I had a nickel for every time we talked about Galileo being fucked over for knowing that the world was round in 100 girlfriends, I'd have 2 nickels.
Wait, when was the last time we?
I swear to God, we talked about Galileo at some point in one of these videos.
I mean, we probably did.
Tell me
maybe.
If anyone remembers that, let me know. I thought we did. It sounds familiar.
The top minds in our community. You gotta go scrub through the like dozens of hours of content we got.
Well, anyway, the Galileo of Gooners.
I think we fair. Galileo was a bit of an asshole. He didn't have to be as like douchey.
Such an asshole about it.
He was literally like doing like diss tapes to the Pope. Like he didn't have to antagonize.
That's what I would do.
I guess, yeah.
Bro,
no, yeah, he was just put in house arrest. It wasn't like that big a deal. He wasn't like murdered or anything.
Oh my God! Please no, continue.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I don't know. he brought it on himself, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Like
That's
he
so
wasn't like
funny.
killed like
I
fucking
need to look into
Socrates or
the
something.
history of this guy. That is it's such a funny idea, being like one of the first people ever to like learn this big revelation and be like, "Y'all motherfuckers, stupid idiots." I love that shit.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's like people always frame it as like, oh, the church wasn't willing, like the church was just being like ignorantly like hostile to his ideas and like
But
no,
have
he
we
was
considered he was an asshole? I guess.
basically yeah.
I think you're allowed to be an asshole if you're right.
I mean,
That's my
true, but
base take.
yeah, for me, because of my character arc, I'm like I was like that when I was younger, but then I moved away from it, so I'm always like
For sure.
yeah,
You're right.
but yeah, I'm not.
Obviously, you're correct. I'm being an asshole, like Galileo. Oh my god, that's funny. Anyway, yeah. So they send them the video of them all fucking just kissing.
Going at it.
Yeah, I wonder if their planet is going to collapse because no one can stop kissing to like actually like their economy collapses.
Oh my lord! I mean, I guess that would also save. I guess
true.
I would save the Earth that way as well.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned earlier we were talking about the idea of like do your good things erase your bad things, and we have to remember that this alien race was definitely like a genocider race.
Yeah.
And now we're just like, and now we're happy and we kiss, and it's like you guys should probably still like face punishment for that. So like intergalactic.
I mean, at that point, it's like you could say the same thing about like humans with our
wipe it clean.
human culture where we colonized different places. Like
That's facts. You're right.
Yeah.
But okay, reparations.
Well, yeah, the reparations. Yeah.
Yeah, the aliens should pay reparations to the planets because let's be honest, these whatever planets these aliens have taken, they definitely kept some of the fucking origin race alive as like slaves on these planets. So like they need to go back and be like, hey, don't worry about it. We're all about kissing now rather than conquesting. So you can have your planet back, and here's like $1 trillion space dollars. Peace out.
You know, hopefully this makes up for all the generational trauma that we've inflicted on you. And but yeah,
that's $1 trillion whole space dollars. Don't be ungrateful. $1 trillion and $1 trillion kisses.
Well, like yeah, the kisses. That's what really. They're like you really think this money is gonna make up for all? And like they poop
and
their
they start
nose,
just like.
Oh my. I mean, that's where people mess up on our planet. We should have made love, not war. You know, we shouldn't have just been like yeah. Here's some like territory where we split up randomly, and now like X tribe that hates other tribe is like now living in. No, it should have just been like yeah, let's all fuck. And
the two tribe leaders should have fucking got down, and that would have fixed everything.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I'm sorry, I got something in my tongue. Anyway, did you see that Biden recently went to like apologize to like the Native Americans, just like formally?
Oh,
yeah, he did like a speech where he was like, "Hey, you know, the federal government probably should like formally apologize for the things we've done." So that was kind of cool.
Took us long enough, but yeah.
But I say this because what if instead of that, Biden like kissed one of the Native Americans on the lips?
Like in our culture, this kissing is a very like I don't even know.
If you want your land back, you got to embrace the white culture.
Oh no! We already did that. We already did that with the whole. I mean, I guess we lied about it, but
yeah.
So I guess if we actually follow through, no, let's not. That would give the wrong crowd ideas.
Lord have mercy! I don't even know what you were just saying. You know what? What were you just yapping about? Because I wasn't listening, and if you said something,
I was basically saying something to the effect of like, yeah, we know how like in like the 1800s or whatever, we'd always be like, yeah, Native Americans, we'll give you land back if you do X for us, and then they do X for us, and we like, sorry, we're not gonna.
We just lied.
Yeah. I was saying like it'd be different if they actually did that in our time, like, but then I was like, no, that would give certain crowds the wrong idea.
So you had a certified Rios moment there where you just had like a fucking like 12 paragraph thought that you began and then realized I'm not going to say this whole thing, so you said the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah, basically.
Excellent. Wow. Well, what a chapter, huh? And I guess let's briefly.
What a chapter.
Anything left to say about this one, and then we can briefly talk about the last chapter.
Let's see. Look at my notes. I mean, I bet it's basically everything related to this chapter.
If any of y'all friends came to fuck me up after. Oh my god. I do like,
Oh
I
my
gotta
God.
mention Uto being like, Uto's priority is like, we could be famous. We could be the ones who discovered alien life, guys. Come on.
It's like, fuck it, we don't care. We're an entire family. We
That's
don't need
true.
fame and fortune.
Every single one of
And
our
you're not.
dopamine needs comes from being in the presence of this god of a man, Rentaro.
Yeah, the kissing has totally killed our like our desire for like what's the word, like earthly needs or whatever.
It's actually fried their
Other than
dopamine.
Momoha, like Momoha is like we can make a buck off this, right? Like so she's I guess she's still her dopamine receptors are still functioning, quote unquote.
It's because of it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like I'm just scrolling through because I don't want to miss any like good dialogue bits. Like if there's any good dialogue bits we want to talk about. Is there anything else that we're missing? I just want to make sure. I like E.T. is real meow is funny.
Yeah, look at it.
I guess maybe that is.
I love how the alien had on like what was it, like on page 10, the alien had their own little because they're showing the back of the alien's head, and they had to put their name on there like
alien.
Yeah. Like they started doing that once the cast got big enough that you couldn't tell just from looking. So I guess I feel like the aliens be included in the cast already, or just from that.
The alien is actually the next girlfriend.
That'd be crazy. or like, because I was reading the Reddit discussions and people were like what if like 20 girlfriends down from now we see like an alien come like from like they've been inspired by like these guys obsessed with kissing. Like wait, like where did you learn this weird ritual? And like, well, let me point you in the direction of Earth, and then she comes down to Earth and is like zing, like,
God,
that'd be crazy.
Because they literally say, what kind of reputation is Earth gonna have?
Mm-hmm.
So okay,
Yep.
let me fucking lay this down for you. Okay, yeah, some super hot alien girls. you know, like I'm thinking like.
Yeah,
like
Star Trek.
They're humanoid but alien. Like fucking what's that one from Rick and Morty? Like the first season, that like hive mind.
Oh damn, I don't remember.
Unity. Unity, right?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Let me look it up.
Like where it's just like clearly an adult human woman but with some alien shit. It's literally just like an adult human woman that's like slightly green and has like antenna or something.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm looking at her. Like, yeah, that's basically.
But literally, and then she comes to Earth, and she's like, I heard, pray tell, of someone whose love was so intense they were able to turn away the deadly, and then we like learn about whatever alien, like this alien.
She was a freed slave from one of their colonies.
Oh, and she like feels like debt to Rentro's family for that, and then she looks at Rentro and she's like, oh, now I see why. What a man,
Oh my lord!
Yo,
the Star Trek jokes would write themselves. Like
literally, she would be the Star Trek character, and so this is like once we get into like the last 20 girls where we can really start jumping the shark. That's when pop out the alien girl. Yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
Holy fuck! All right, what a great conversation. Okay, I guess let's go to the last chapter. Let's go to the previous
or
one here.
The second. Yeah, the second to last. What Moonlight from a Slice of Game podcast was referring to as a spotlight chapter because we got one girlfriend with multiple storylines rather than like one girlfriend, one storyline.
I'll tell you what I refer to it as: gay.
Well, true.
we got like two fucking Mei is gay chapters in like a row, dude.
Well, I mean, it's because she is gay, basically. That's a demonstrated fact at this point. Just hasn't been.
She just hasn't realized it. She literally needs to take a step out of that closet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't go to the right chapter. Whoops. Go back, please. You fucking asshole. What the fuck? Oh, I did. Oops, I see.
Technical difficulties.
I was doing the thing where I was hitting left, but left means forward in the Nippon. Mm-hmm. Okay. First things fucking first. Okay?
Yeah. That first panel. I mean. Meme and Tama and Pumari looking fine as hell.
There's actual tears in my eyes. I hyped myself up, dude. There's like my eyes are watering. There's real, my neuron is activating.
The beauty.
Holy fuck. Okay, listen. Meme's looking fine. Foodie's looking fine. But look at Tama. Mm-hmm. Look at her.
Yeah, she's about to burst out of that
Oh,
top. Like he's like,
that's my favorite thing, bro. Like, oh, and then you see the fucking midriff. Oh my
hmm
god.
not to mention when she got accidentally shibari on the next page. You're like, not he doesn't look that bad. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, there's a
we need that
lot.
shibari girlfriend already. Like,
All right, I have a confession to make. I don't know what shibari means.
oh, it's just like the rope stuff that you see in anime all the time, where like
Ah,
you have suspiciously advanced,
mhm.
sophisticated knowledge of tying people up.
Big
That was
fan
actually like
of.
a
Oh, sorry. Please
yeah.
continue.
Apparently, in like feudal Japan, it was actually like a torture method, and then
Mm.
I guess it became just part of regular Japanese culture. But yeah, they would tie people up in painful positions. Wouldn't kill them, but would hurt like hell. And that's
Wow.
how they would like do like interrogation type shit.
My
I think.
favorite is the like put a bowl of rats on a motherfucker and then heat up the rats and then they gotta like gnaw their way through it. That shit's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I've heard of that.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, the fuck shit people come with for
Yeah,
torturing
dude. I mean,
like,
that's what people did when they didn't have Netflix. Like that's all
yeah.
they did was this. They would think about ways to kill people in like different, unique, fun ways.
I mean, yeah, I guess when I think about some of the execution and torture method, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't really disagree.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays we're boring as fuck when it comes to that sort of
Which
thing.
is just a lethal injection, just a little. Oh
Yeah, we just cause excruciating agony to them, but without any external
in a
like
way that doesn't
effect.
make us uncomfortable. Because think
Yeah,
of us. Oh my
yeah,
god.
we're so soft. We don't want to watch them die out in like the public square like we did with like crucifixions and hangings and whatnot.
Do you think we'd be better off as a society if we did public hangings again? Don't answer
Lucky?
that. That's not a real question. Oh man.
Okay, so anyway, where were we?
Yeah,
oh,
okay,
yeah.
so gay, homosexual.
Yeah.
Gay, homosexual. Also, Tama. Okay, listen. Obviously, she's in cat mode right now. So what you
Yeah.
can't. I won't argue that this is a gay thing from Tama. I really do think she just wanted to bat the jigglies because she was in cat mode. You know, I'll be honest there.
Yeah, I'm over here like, don't worry, Tom. I'm resisting the pull of those memories. That'd be a monumental task for anyone. Like,
Gravitational, planetary bodies. But Mei Mei, on the other hand, definitely gay. And we'll get to that in the second one. But first, I'll say I do like the relationship between these two. Because
Yeah.
you know, I mean, like these two really do have a great, I don't know, pull to
like
each other.
synergy
because,
or whatever.
Well, because Mei Mei, you know, I thought about it right when the chapter started. I'm like, you know, Tama's someone who wants to be a cat, and when she's not
Everybody
working-
wants to be a cat, like yeah.
when she's not working her job, she wants to just kind of chill around them, and like, you know, and that's like perfect for Mei Mei because she gets nervous around people. So like, there's this weird like, I don't know. It reminds me of like when you go to like a friend's house, but it's like a friend you've hung out with for like ever. So like, I have some friends that I feel like I need to kind of dress up for. Like I gotta be like on my best behavior. My hair's gotta look nice. I gotta have just showered. Then I have a friend. The friend I've known for like since middle school. I can go over there with greasy hair. I can go over there and like fucking take my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like it feels like Mei Mei can like fully relax around Tama because Tama is like abandoned her humanity, Dio style.
Yeah. Oh my lord, I've abandoned my humanity, Rentaro.
Please, has someone made that? You need to make that, Rios. That's your next
Oh my
assignment.
lord. Like a cat mask or some shit.
Yes. No, it's just the cat ears. It's just the cat ears she wears.
Oh
She
yeah,
just puts them on.
that'd be even just puts them on.
I've abandoned. It's all dramatic, and then it's just beep, puts on the cat ears.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, and I love how she knits her a little fucking toy, and
Yeah.
she's sniffing it, and it's you know. It's probably, I don't think she put catnip in it or anything. She made it right there, so it probably really is just because it smells like her, which is cute.
Yeah, we got a little.
Oh, it is
little,
because it smells like her. Yeah, I just scrolled down.
yeah.
Sorry, because with the recent chapter, usually I read the chapter and like instantly do the review, but this one I haven't read for a week, so apologies.
Yeah, normally I read a chapter and like
Think about it for a while.
wait. Yeah.
The more the more time goes by after I read a chapter, I'm going to forget it, unfortunately. So I need to be like on that shit.
Yeah, we did get a little subtle hint into Tama's headscape. Like she thinks that she's just. I mean, she said it before, but she's just a stupid cat. But because Mei Mei is very sweet and gentle, she helps her, get through that. It actually did kind of help me understand Tama's like headscape a little more, because like I remember mentioning this in our like months-long Discord correspondences, and I was like Tama was a character that kind of threw me for a loop, like because I didn't really understand. I couldn't really like relate to the specific kind of like uh like I don't know, like the difficulties that she was having, but it helped. Uh, wait, let me look through
You
the
look through
get.
your notes.
Yeah, basically.
He's like Deku, dude. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was just like I don't know. The suicidalness from something as most people look at like working a job as like a duh, everyone's got to do that. Don't be a whiner. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
so like I really related to because I think you look at that and you be like I don't know. I felt very what's the word represented as like a
Hmm.
member of like the autistic community because like most neurotypical people would be able to just kind of I can work a job, it's fine, I'll live my life, but she looked at that as like a this is the end of my life. And that's how I felt when I
Hmm.
was graduating high school and I was like, oh, just feel something about like working a job. It felt like my happiness was over, So I that's kind of the direction I related to her from is that it felt like she's 21 or whatever, so she's probably like fresh out of
Yeah.
college, or I don't know if she went to college, I don't know if it's ever been mentioned, but like she goes into a job, clearly gets a terrible one, on some Zom 100 shit,
Hmm.
and like I think she
Well, yeah, actually, because it didn't look. Because to me, I couldn't see from the flashbacks. I couldn't really see anything that made it look that bad. I mean, her coworkers might have been a bit annoying with gossip, but they didn't really. Like it was more like I had the chapter up,
Well, I
her
think
intro
this is
chapter.
why you're not really. Can you wiggle your cord again? By the way, you're buzzing again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let me.
sounds good now.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Well, no, you're still whatever. We'll ignore
Oh,
it for now. We'll see if we can
alright.
fix it next time. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, well, I think the reason maybe that you weren't relating to her as much is because you don't understand this particular type of autism, or like, you know what I
No,
mean?
yeah.
Because like for me, it doesn't even have to be that hard of a job. Like when you get to this level of depressed, sometimes just like getting out of the house can be
Hmm.
feel like a daunting
Well,
task.
that part I can understand.
Yeah.
I think it was more like because she says like, well, yeah, because she says like she had no hobbies to occupy herself with, like and it was just like a go to work, go home, go to work cycle sort of thing. But
I've been
like
there.
yeah, but obviously because I've mentioned before, like I'm someone who I've kind of always known what I wanted to do, and I kind of always
Mm,
like interpret everything in my life in terms of how that relates to what I want to do. But, like to someone who doesn't know, who doesn't have some sort of like central, even if it's like a vague sort of thing, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around. Because
mm,
that's how that's how like my mind functions. Is like goal and how does this relate to goal and like
yeah.
like,
Yeah, and there's pros and cons to that. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
think Tama strikes me as someone who was very unlucky growing up and maybe didn't make a lot of friends or maybe she did have friends in school but they didn't last. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I'm really lucky. The friends that I made in school carried on with me. We kept hanging out. And now I have like a big healthy friend group. But imagine like leaving school and like you didn't keep those contacts and you have no friends. I mean, I remember
Yeah, that's basically what I did.
well, you're insane. You're like Nano.
Well, yeah, I'm like,
Can't.
no, no.
You fully cannot relate to Tama because you're too
Yes,
much. You are
that's
too
why.
much like Nano. So let
That's
me
why I
talk.
found it interesting. I got a little more. I got a little more of an insight into
Mm,
her character with this little, like, because to me it seemed like she part of it. Part of it is that she doesn't have a lot of self-efficacy, which is a psychological term. It's just like a belief in a person's ability to like reach specific goals and stuff like that. And people,
yeah.
and because like that's what I was like reading into when he said that like it's like he's asking maybe like why be so nice for a stupid cat and and like he's like I can't do anything, so why would people be nice to me? And also she mentions in previous of the not wanting to be coddled but also wanting to be coddled but feeling this guilt that she's being coddled.
Yeah.
And I mean I think that's because I've been like I mentioned in that previous stream I've been just working a job just now it was like definitely probably the most stressful thing I've done in years. But like
Mm,
because I have a pretty high like self-efficacy, I was able to like kind of get through it, even if it was like a hell on earth for those first few weeks. It's like I mean to me, I find it more just interesting. Is like I just want to know, I just want to understand because I feel like by understanding other people, I can understand myself more, and by understanding
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one of my favorite
more.
parts of fiction is deeply understanding characters.
I mean, I don't think Tom was like bad for being that way. It's like, why is he like that?
Yeah, but I would love to. Yeah, so let me. Do you mind if I cook with Tom for a sec?
Yeah.
So like for me, right, something I learned about myself through I was unemployed for like a year or 9 months, you know, the more depression is this like terrible snowball effect where like the longer you are kind of removed from little challenges and little tasks that like push you out of your comfort zone, the harder it becomes, like the thicker that wall gets from of you actually being willing to do stuff again. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So like same thing with like the longer you go without calling a friend, the harder it is to then do it again, right? It's like how if you haven't messaged a friend in like a year, then you're like, oh, it's been too long. Then it's 2 years and 3 years.
Yeah, that classic, if you don't use it, you lose it kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It really is a skill, right? So I remember when, come like the end of my unemployment stint, I felt like I was losing my ability to socialize, to speak effectively. I felt like I was getting stupider, and like my self-confidence was getting lower and lower and lower. And I remember, and did you say you have Tama's intro chapter up?
Yeah.
So like, remind me if I'm wrong, but I remember something that stood out to me was that the inside of her house looked barren, empty, and depressing.
Part of her saying, she had no hobbies, she had no
and
interest.
Like to me that just reeks of depression, right? I mean, because like no one has no hobbies like when they're a kid, you know what I mean? So like what that means to me is she had hobbies in school, then she got a job, and because she's horribly autistic, she can't manage her time well, so she completely gave up on her hobbies and her life became job sleep.
And they also mentioned in that thing that not only, because that's not like those feelings that she had, like like you mentioned, they didn't like just start when she got a job, because she also hated studying in a similar way she hated working. So I'm sure having those because those feelings she had those were not new feelings. She probably been experiencing those things in school, and I'm sure that just started to snowball and make her feel worthless and like she couldn't do anything right. So why bother trying to do something? But then that she has to go to a job because that's what's expected of you. But she feels like she can't do it right anyway. So you heard this bad situation where like I don't want to do this, but I have because I don't feel like I can do it correctly, but I don't have a choice because I'll die if I don't go. So like,
well, it's like with me, something I learned about myself is I think I'm an intelligent person, but I think slowly. We've talked about this. I had the I can't remember the number now. I have it somewhere, but I actually did get like a full autism test finally, and I was like in the like 7th percentile of processing speed, which means that like it took me only 7% of the were faster than me at the test. So like when that happens, you almost don't even want to try doing things that require speed, right? So if she went through school getting terrible grades and probably get, in Japan, I know like, I think like schoolwork's pretty, it's like a little more intense over there, right? Like if you're doing
this is Asia in general, like, way more high stakes.
So people probably like thought she was useless, and something that I found really interesting, and this is another thing that made me really relate to her, was how nice and understanding her mom was on that phone call in her intro chapter. You know, it would have been
she was firm, but she was like you said, understanding,
very reasonable. That's how it felt to me, right? Like, because it would have been so easy to write her like Shizuka's mom, be like, "You're fucking useless. You were always useless. You didn't bring any money into the family, and you're a parasite." I don't know. Like, you could go
Shizuka's mom wasn't that.
Oh, come on!
She was a different style.
She hit her, and she was like, "You'll be nothing in this life if you don't learn to talk normal." Are you kidding?
Okay. Well, I was only disagreeing with the angle of her badness, not the extent of it.
No, I'm just fucking around. Yeah. Obviously, I was over exaggerating.
Yeah.
But with Tama's mom, it reminded me exactly of conversations I had with my mom. Where often I will just be, in my lowest moments, I'll be so frustrated with how the world is and the fact that like, we have to do these things, like work these jobs that we hate and aren't passionate about in order to just like have money for food. It just feels like such an unjust world. And my mom, super loving and caring, the exact same way Tama's mom is like, I get it. I'm with you. You got to do it though. And it's just, I'll be honest. I think she probably had a pretty similar upbringing to me. Like, like very. I think she was probably a little spoiled. I'm getting only child vibes from her.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's where the coddle thing is coming from.
Yes. I think she was a mama's. Well, I say mama's boy, but girl. She was a
Girl.
mama's girl. Yeah. I think her mom probably did what my mom did, which was to help me with my homework so much that it was almost her doing the homework more than me. You know what I mean? Because she.
What you're saying is Tama is your nano.
Actually, yes. Other than like, I don't have this like a fix or
well, yeah.
I don't have this like a obsession with cats specifically.
Yeah.
But like I did literally like, I mean, just to give you an idea, I give up money like willingly in order to work less. Like I literally.
Yeah, I've actually been doing the same because like
yeah.
The nice thing about the job I'm working is if you hit the quota, you get to leave early.
That's sick.
But obviously, that means you lose like the hour of pay. I'm like, bruh, I care about my time way more than my money.
Absolutely. I'm glad we're on the same page on that. Yeah. No, I mean, but like I work with so many people that are like just baffled at the idea that I chose to work like 4 days instead of 5. And for the first couple months, I worked 3 days actually, just because I really wanted to like. I was so nervous to get back into working. I don't know. And like once I got there, I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. But like that initial fear, like it was paralyzing. I was having panic attacks, you know. So yes, Tama is literally me without the cat stuff.
Yeah.
I love her. That was a good conversation. I feel like Tama moved up like a slot in my list from that conversation. I understand her even more. I love her. She's me.
She is a sweetheart.
I wish I had fat titties like that.
Oh my lord.
She also is a sweetheart. Yes. She's not just a pair of fat titties. She's a sweetheart. Yeah, she's got a fat heart too. She should take some fucking Lipitor. Oh my god, her cholesterol is way too high. Oh man.
Yeah, all that lounging around is not doing anything for cardio. You know,
it's probably true. Dude, I want to know, have we gone into like what she eats? Do they feed her like fish and shit? I don't remember if that's.
I'm sure. Oh wait, actually, I had the chapter where she was with the Hahari family pets. I'm pretty sure she was eating.
What was she eating?
Cat food.
Yeah, please don't be actually cat food.
Okay, let's see. No, okay, she's eating a rice ball on a plate on the floor.
Of course, well, it's good to know she actually has human food.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for more deep dives on Tama because I actually like everything I just said to you there. That was not like Ryo style, like pre-planned out. Like I like worked that out while I was talking to you, and I actually love and I'm like really attached to that headcanon that she was like an only child and very coddled growing up, and that maybe led to her, because that was me, right? I was overly coddled and overly helped with everything by my mom because my mom wasn't good at dealing with temper tantrums. She's like, we've talked about this, me and my mom. She would just, the second I would start temper tantruming, she would just kind of give me what I wanted. And it real bad. So like.
Yeah, that did not work with Mama Reyes, who was like, I mean, now granted, I didn't really, like, neither me and my brother really had those many temper tantrums, but I think it was because Mama Reyes was like, nope, that's not happening in this house.
Well, I think the issue too was my dad was the opposite. My dad was someone who was like, fucking spank him. But my mom was like so against that she would hide me from my dad. It was a whole fucking thing. But yeah, I mean, but this led to things like my mom tying my shoes for me for like most of my life until I had to I mean, she was such a helicopter and with love. She very very nice, loving person. She's very nice, but she did a lot of shit for me, and that became like when I became an adult, it was like, oh, I don't know how to do like basic adult shit, like open my mail and remember to check my mail, you know what I mean? Like, so like that's, I would love to see more into like Tama's childhood and like her history. I know we've seen a little bit, but like I like the idea that she's an only child. I like the idea that she was overly coddled, and then that led to her maybe not doing great in school because her mom like overly coddled her when she was young, and like that's why she's trying to be firm now. Yeah,
and she didn't develop a strong sense of, and led to all the things we saw in that intro chapter.
Yeah, I love that. I hope we see more of that. I would love another deep dive on Thomas soon. So anyway, on to the gay.
Yeah.
You start.
With Kurumi and Meme. I mean, I guess it was just Kurumi saw. What was it? Let me look at this.
A rare vending machine, ice cream vending machine with different flavors, and of course, she's like, she must experience all of the flavors in the world. I do like that every time we see Meme's room, she still sleeps right next to her fucking Rentaro doll.
That's just not even worth commenting on. It's just there and like. the things that doll has seen would make a sailor blush or
I
something.
mean,
Whatever,
she's
however
probably
the
like
thing goes.
grinded on it, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, we all know how girls masturbate. I mean, that's not the only way they masturbate, but we've all heard the legends of like riding a
The
pillow,
legends,
right? The like grinding on a pillow legends. Should I bring in girl opinion hour on this?
Yeah,
This feels like a good time. Hold on.
For the time.
I'm gonna get her real quick. I need to hear her thoughts on this. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to.
Allie, I need you for
Okay.
girl
How
opinion
do
hour.
how do I fill the air?
Important girl question. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm getting my headphones back on. Okay, are you still there, Rios?
Yeah.
Okay, so that we have girl here for girl opinion hour. Hello, girl.
Hello.
Yep. Hello, girl.
Mwah. Okay, so you know how every time we see May, she's in bed with her little, Rentaro doll, and Rios was like, "Oh, the things that thing has seen," and so like I mentioned, like I've always heard the legends that like girls will masturbate by like grinding against a pillow or like Can you enlighten us on that?
It is a thing that happens.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's okay.
Is it good? Yes.
It's not ideal.
So why is that such a universal girl experience?
Friction.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well ask why is using our hands for us guys such a universal experience?
That's fair. So do you think she's grinded on this Rentaro doll?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Any final thoughts for girl opinion hour?
Nope.
You gotta start pre-thinking about these. She's also had an edible recently, so she's a little...
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
Don't forget your phone's stinky. Yeah. I'll be out soon. All right. Thank you for that. Very, very enlightening. Very insightful.
Yep. Yeah, my room is lighter now. I've been enlightened so much.
One day, by the way, I hope to be doing this long enough where Rios gets a girlfriend and we can have our girlfriends talk to each other for girl opinion hour.
I mean, sure.
Think about that. Oh,
A secondary, like a secondary.
Yeah, for like 1 minute of every review, we both take our headphones off, put them on our girlfriends, and like they can talk about anything for 1 minute.
Oh, well, I imagine they just start talking shit about it.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
It'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for you to get a girlfriend, bro.
I gotta get now. I gotta get a girlfriend to help with the channel. Like,
I'm so excited. You need one, bro.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. That's basically how I've always been about it. Because I mean, like, I live like a fucking hermit life. I'm not like surprised I don't have a girlfriend yet. Like if you don't meet people, you can't really be like mad that you don't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have anyone yet.
Well, you need to start going out and doing stuff.
I mean,
go to the mall.
The mall.
Go
actually, yeah.
Go to the mall. Go to a
pretty sure
bookstore.
the Mall of America. Yeah, the Mall of America is like 30 minutes away from here. But
damn, you got that big ass mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying. We'll move on, but like
yeah.
it's fucked up. You know when you know someone and they're like, oh, they're like the nicest person I know. It's like it hurts me physically that you don't have a girlfriend. You deserve one, bro. I really think I'm gassing you up right now.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you. Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I mean, I feel like I have to work through my like issues because otherwise I'd be like avoiding personality disorder, flare up shit, and it'd be like, Yeah,
I mean, I do only talk to you like for an hour a week, so maybe there's like some cringe, toxic parts of Rios I don't know about.
Well, yeah, I definitely am. I definitely am like a little. Intimacy is definitely like something that gets my like hackles up. So
Interesting.
I definitely that's something that I do try to work on.
Okay.
But yeah,
good to know. Oh, practice. Did you hear that? Wait, did you hear that, or did it not come through?
I heard you I guess breathing in the mic. It was so like garbled. It was like
I went because you said intimacy is something you're working on. Then I went, oh, it'll be practice.
I mean, I guess this is basically like light version of it. I guess
Well, then I was worried that I went too far and made you uncomfortable, so I needed to clarify.
No.
Okay.
I mean, because the issue is I'm very bad at like getting more intimate people, but once I get there, I'm like I can.
Yeah.
I guess the issue is I can just kind of stay wherever. I don't feel comfortable making moves myself, so I let the other person do it because then I know they're okay with it because they made the move. So it's like,
yeah, I feel you. Well, it'll happen. Hopefully, it'll happen one day. You need to meet a girl that's like matches your vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it probably would have to be like a like a fucking Fujimoto ass character. Like you're my.
Oh, you
boyfriend,
need someone like
and,
Mega Direct.
Yeah, basically.
Hell
'Cause I'm not
yeah.
gonna be like, go no. What if I'm being overbearing?
You know, in that way, if I was a girl, I would be perfect for you. You can't even deny.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like that'd be the weirdest. Like that'd be weird. Like
We start reviewing 100 Girlfriends together, and then we start dating. That'd be fucking awesome.
That's what I mean. Be crazy.
That'd be sick as fuck. All right.
I'm sure people have done that, but yeah. But anyway. Now we had a Kurumi and Meme's super awesome adventure for like ice cream machines and
This is actually fun. Yeah.
How they found everything but that until
See,
last
I'm
second.
so jealous of like the walkable communities in Japan. I would love to
Yeah.
just be like, let's just fucking walk around and find shit. I love that. Like this is what I loved about Pokemon Go, and like I don't give a. I'm gonna be real. I don't really care about Pokemon, but like my favorite part about. Have I told you the Batman mural story?
I don't think maybe, but
It's a story I tell a
for
trillion
that.
times, but I'll say it real quick. Pokemon Go has that like feature where it's like points of interest, and it'll be like this is a gym or this is like a place to like a Pokestop or whatever. Like a park that was like 5 minutes from my house. I went there all the fucking time, and I'm on Pokemon Go, and it's like Batman mural, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean Batman? I've been to this park 70 times. There's no goddamn Batman mural. Sure enough, I walk behind the building. I've never gone before. There's a whole ass Batman mural painted on the side of the. I'm like, this is
Maybe
fucking.
it was new.
No. That's the best part. It was definitely not new. It was like old and crusty. I just had never gone behind that building. So like that's what I loved about Pokemon Go. It helped me find shit I had no idea was in like my community. I literally just want an app that just does that. Like not even the Pokemon part.
It actually would be a nice like community engagement thing.
Yeah, like over here is like the tallest tree in I almost just doxed myself and gave like the city I fucking grew up in.
Tallest tree in Chicago.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like specific because like I live in Grand Rapids, but I grew up in like a much smaller.
Oh my god, you really gonna say like the street name or something?
I was gonna say like a road name.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I mean, not that it matters. I don't live there anymore. What are you gonna do? Go and someone's in Michigan and they're like,
or like not school records, like city records or some shit. And like,
you probably could actually. I was able to find the phone number of someone that I went to school with, and I wanted to reconnect with them by just like Googling them, and like I found their like. Is it LinkedIn? Is it like the job? Yeah, I found their LinkedIn, and it's pretty fucking easy, unfortunately.
True.
Well, you said that kind of like Trump, dude. True.
Really?
It kind of. You're gonna have to go back to the video unless it was like true. It's okay.
Painful.
All right.
Have any similarity to that man is painful.
Sorry. I like that the poll.
Pluck out my eye.
The poll is labeled, just in case you didn't know what it is. Oh, the poll wait. Hold on. The poll is labeled, but okay, no. She's saying "ow," but why is the poll labeled?
Wait,
or are you not in the chapter?
Oh wait, yeah, I think they're just letting us know. Like it's like when they put the like label on the back of their heads to let us know.
For a second, because I'm used to like that being used when there's dialogue, and like I was like, did the poll say "ow" randomly? And it just was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If, like sentient objects and shit, and like.
Yeah. So we got the Rice Dream machine, the Dice Theme machine, the nice meme machine, the Mace Extreme machine, which, by the way, we should have a future chapter where she brings Iku back to the Mace Extreme machine.
Yeah, she would love that one.
She really would. And yeah, I like this because, she's just super stressed because it's the classic, like, oh my, and like, I've seen this a lot on anime, where it's like clearly like a really big deal to be like a senpai and like be asked by like a younger fellow student of yours, like for help. It's like that. I've seen this a lot in like shows, so like that must be like a big cultural thing, like it's my first time being asked a favor by like a younger student of mine or something.
I gotta show that I'm a proper senpai and whatnot.
The cultural difference is so interesting. We would not give a fuck in America. I'd be like, who's this fucking random child asking me for favor?
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I'd be like, boy, you anyone one grade below looks like a fucking child, get out of my face. Like,
yeah, you're growing so fast at that point. I remember the freshmen, by the time you're a senior, the freshmen look like babies. It's
yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
Fuck? And then we have this excellent panel where we get Meme Booba, Kurumi ass,
booty, and like damn.
She's like,
we see where all the food's going, like damn.
Oh yeah, whoa! Thunderous applause. Like I can't tell, but it almost looks like she's like kneeing her in her hoo-ha a little bit.
Oh god.
I just love.
She was so flustered by that she couldn't even properly escape. Like he like fell face in a boob first. Looked like.
I really do like that. I don't know. I'm sure we've seen it before, but I feel like it's been a while where like her fucking like no jutsu fucking fails and she just falls. Oh man. But yeah, I gotta say though that panel though where it's scientifically designed to be like the best pose. There's so much happening here. There's so many like angles of bodies that I never thought I'd see. It's just I appreciate it. It's really nice.
We even get to see a little bit of Kumi's midriff here. I'm like, okay,
no, dude. See, I was gonna say I really like the loose fitting like half shirt. Or I don't know if it's. Let me actually look at it when it's not like.
It's normally like.
Is it like shorter? Okay. She's got the like. Yeah, it's such a good look and like, but like she clearly has something. Unless that's is that a shadow or is there something underneath of it she's wearing as well?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, she's wearing like an undershirt.
Yeah.
You can see her, the collar.
It's just a great look. It looks nice.
Yeah, definitely.
And it shows how like she's got like such a nice. She's very skinny. And you know, of course, I am over here idolizing skinny as a fat man because I'm like, I want to be skinny. You know, it looks so good, honestly. Like I'm not even like being like a perv at this point. Like the butt comment was perv, but now I'm just like appreciating the figure. Like
you're artistically appreciating it.
I straight up and autistically appreciate it. No, I mean I'm appreciating her in the same way that the motherfuckers that like sculpted those like statues with like the little baby penises. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait. Yeah.
Not baby penises, but like you know the penises were like.
That thing about how the comma, where the comma was placed in the sentence dramatically.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, let's eat grandma, or like let's eat grandma.
Let's eat grandma. Hell yeah. Yaku's like, what?
Kumi's like,
Don't worry, she can't die. Literally. What if it's revealed that she's not just immortal from aging, but like her flesh will just grow back instantly?
Oh my, like yeah, that'd be crazy. Like they get in like a serious accident for like, oh my god, why the girlfriend is turning real serious? And she's like, no, I'm totally like he stands up like her skin's like growing back.
Her
like,
fucking neck was snapped and it just like back normal.
Like, oh my god, what?
Yeah, she literally made like and then it'd become pretty obvious why the pharmaceutical companies want her.
Yeah, fucking like I mean, rich people have been trying to become immortal for like fucking millennia. Now they actually.
Oh
like,
Lord,
that would be like
I can't
endgame shit.
I don't want to live in a world where they figure that out, bro. I can't do it.
God. Because the worst part would be like you wouldn't get it.
That's
so
exactly
You know, not only are you not only gonna die, but like, under their thumb, but your fucking kids are gonna be stuck. Any descendants you have, any relatives,
it'll be real bad. But they'll be like our mecha cyborg like deities that rule above us. But yeah, on that charming note, let's continue on to the gay.
Yeah.
But
way better than.
Good.
Yeah, way better than like aristocratic immortality.
Dude, okay, there's a YouTuber I love. I'm gonna shout him out. Dreg, J-R-E-G. I need to send you.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
I love him. I've been OG.
They are unhinged.
Yes. Oh fucking G, dude. I've been watching him for a long time. Like it's like 2018, 2017. Like when they first started. I watched their whole journey, man. And they have a video and it's so good because it's one of those things where he's saying shit that's like, oh, this should probably get him banned from YouTube, but he's right and it's based. He's basically just saying like, hey, what if the Just Stop Oil guys stop spraying Stonehenge with orange goo and instead just start killing some oil executives? and he's like, I feel like if just one oil executive died, maybe these oil executives would be like, maybe this is a bad career choice.
No, they just get pissed and then make it everyone else's problem.
For sure, you're right. But keep in mind, the whole time he's doing this, it says like this is parody on the screen. It's so
like in Minecraft. In Minecraft.
And there's a part though where he basically brings up what we're saying, where he's just like, the clock's ticking, and there will come a point where these rich people are immortal. So like they have mortal bodies right now, and they might not always have mortal killable bodies.
That's literally the only thing we got going for us have not.
Death
like,
is the equalizer until it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. So let me clarify to our, because not everyone watching is like an Antifa leftist in here. Okay.
Yeah.
I am kidding. Not in the sense I do hate billionaires, but I don't condone murder. I condone locking their asses up for the rest of their lives. Moving on.
way a righteous alternative to regicide.
To murder. Yeah. That's what separates us from the cavemen. We don't take rock and bash skull. We take body and slam bar.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Excellent. So they find the ice cream machine and they eat the ice cream and it's very cute. And let me find the gay part. Yeah. They hug and it's just real. And then
they hold hands and all that.
Oh, and then I like that, her prerogative here being like, you disappeared and I'm taking your ice cream.
Yeah. He caught that thing like a dog. Like, damn. She got a dog in her.
Yeah, so she really do. But specifically though, like, again, like we make the joke all the time. A lot of the girls are bisexual, obviously. But Mei Mei is like, if the other girls are like obviously bisexual, Mei Mei is like obviously bisexual.
Flaming bisexual.
Literally.
Like, get out of the closet.
Because we even see her internal thoughts where she's like, she's just so cute. Her smile, oh my god. This isn't just the fucking like, oh, I want to help my kohai or whatever the fuck the word is. This is like real, like, I like women shit. You know what I mean? And it strikes me, honestly, because I know, not to flex or anything, but I know a lot of lesbians. My friend group is just very gay. More of my friends are like asexual or gay than straight. Like it's like, it's a pandemic. It's spreading.
I've read a lot of lesbian fanfics, so I was like, I'm tapped in,
equally knowledgeable, clearly. But a lot of lesbians. Okay, so one of the lesbians I know was I've told this story before. My first crush. I don't know if I've said her. I won't say her real name, but it started with a D. I think have I told you about her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
I'm sure. I thought I had.
I don't remember a D initial. Oh, yeah.
No, not D. Well, I guess that would be initial. When I think initial, I think the middle name for some reason. Yeah. Friend. Okay, well, anyway, I was friends with her for like, I played the fucking mega long game on that shit. I was just like, if I just keep being friends with her, one day it'll happen, And then like my eternal curse, it turned out, and it was, she didn't even always know she was gay, by the way. She just told me one time.
You got fucking Kishi Bade from Chainsaw.
Yes, exactly like that. We're still really good friends. I love her to death. But what I kind of learned about her was like she was genuinely kind of scared of men, and like I don't blame her, and so that's the kind of the vibe I get from Mei Mei, is that like Rentaro was like the one that broke that curse, like that special guy that's so gentle that she feels like she can feel safe around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Mei Mei feels like someone who would have just grown up to be a lesbian, but then Rentaro like I almost said.
No, I mean, to be clear, to the viewers.
Oh, sorry. Am I saying something problematic?
Lesbianism is not like a.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say break the curse. I'm so sorry. I meant that as like, oh my god, let me fucking backpedal hard. I did not mean. Yeah. Thank you for catching me. So when I said break the curse, I meant that as like a turn of phrase. You know what I mean? Like straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
People who think they're asexual, there are
it's happened.
Asexual people, but then there are people who think they're asexual, but it's actually just that they've had so many traumatic experiences they can never like relax enough around other human beings to feel sexual attraction. So they're not those people. Specific.
Thank you for saving me, Rios.
It's like that. Yeah.
Rios, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. This is the problem with the just don't have a filter and say what comes to my mind. Thank you for being here and saving me. That is 100% what I meant. I meant like, how do I word it? Yeah. To me, Mei Mei feels like someone who...
She's bi, but she could have been scared off from men,
which is totally fair, and I get it. Yeah. Well, and by the way, just to clarify, the reason I've always looked at sexuality like that is because that was my experience. I considered myself straight for a long time, and
it's definitely true that like.
Do you mind if I finish my thought real quick?
Oh yeah,
no problem. So like I consider myself straight for a very long time, and then it was the loosening of those like weird random like moral values that was instilled within me that made me be like, oh, I would absolutely date a guy. You know what I mean? So like in my experience, it wasn't something like I was like strictly born with. Like it wasn't like predestined from birth that I was going to be bisexual. It was in my experience, a lot of it is social stuff. Like my hot take is that everyone could be bisexual if the world wasn't like so like be straight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like our life experiences, we're kind of like what are those Japanese trees that you can like cut
bonsai?
Certain ways. Yeah, I think, but yeah, bonsai trees. Like we're like bonsai trees, and depending on how our society, you know, like trims us, we can grow in certain ways, but we still have that. We're still whatever tree that we are. You know, it's like like.
Well, I'll add on to that. There's a political streamer I like named Kyle Kalinske. His channel is Secular Talk. And he was a big, like, his hero was, like, Noam Chomsky. You know who Noam Chomsky is?
Yeah, famous linguistic.
Yeah, he told a story once where he emailed Noam, because Noam Chomsky, like, famously would, like, respond to, like, all of his emails. So he emailed Noam Chomsky, and his question was, like, how do you feel about nature versus nurture? Like, which one is more prevalent in, like, shaping a person? And the answer was something along the lines of, like, I think it's a silly question. I think they both prod at each other, basically, right? Like one prods at the other prods at the other. It's you know what I mean? It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, because there are some people, like, you see someone do like a school shooting and it's like, and then you hear like, yeah, you know, they had like no family problems at all. So it's like, okay, well, they were born and they had some kind of like crazy mental illness. But then sometimes it's the other way where it's like, oh no, they didn't have mental illness at all. Like the Nazis, for example, like the you know about the Nuremberg trials?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, it was determined that they had no mental illness at all, and it was literally just they got propaganded into it, right? So I just think, so, like, I think there's some people who, like, they're locked in from birth. It's like, this is motherfucker gay. And I think there's some people like me who I think I was just kind of always open to anything, because that's kind of how I feel now, is I just feel open to anything. But, like, until then, I was just told growing up, like, no, you date girl because you boy. And I was like, okay, and I just accepted it. So, like, with Mei Mei, I'm just headcanoning that, like, she feels to me like someone who would have leaned gay because that's kind of what she's more comfortable with. Because, I mean, when you're this shy, like, not a lot of men are... the stereotypical man is not going to be, like... really patient with that, I think. You know what I mean? And women would be a lot more so, I would think. You know, so I was basically trying to gas Rentaro up and be like, Rentaro was just such a good man that he was the one. He was the one guy of billions.
He turned the lesbian bisexual.
But not even in that. Yes, that's kind of what I'm saying. But I more mean like he was literally the one guy among billions.
Yeah.
Like to use the real lesbian I know as an example, the D name lesbian I was telling you about, she is really into the show Good Omens. Do you know that show?
Good Omens.
With David Tennant and Michael Sheen?
Bro, I don't know actors' names.
Okay, so there's a character in that show that she like really kind of developed a little character crush on, and she like opened up to me and started telling like she kind of had like a identity crisis because it was the first guy she'd ever felt like romantic feelings for, and of course it's a character, like she knew that, but she was like, that's interesting, I wonder what that means for me. And I don't remember what conclusion she came to. I think it was just because like I don't know, like I actually don't remember what her conclusion was, unfortunately, but like you know, it was a fictional character, and it was just such a warm, like friendly, like very non-threatening, safe guy, right? But so a lot of that's the experience.
I've definitely found it's easier to fall for fictional characters than real people.
I think that might have been one of her.
You don't have to actually deal with them, and you can learn about them without having to go through all the fumbling.
Yeah. I think that might have been her conclusion as well. But anyway, sorry to ramble so much on that point. It's just Rios like mega called me out in like a totally valid way. I did not realize what I was saying sounded so yikesy, so I just had to fucking cover every base there.
Yeah, no problem.
Holy fuck, yeah, dude. Anyway, any final thoughts on all that? What an interesting discussion. It started out a little shaky, but we made it. Yeah, we made it in the end.
Oh well, I mean, I guess the last thing we talked about is like the new girlfriend next chapter.
Oh my god,
sleepy girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, where are we going with this? Is this like narcolepsy girlfriend? That's where my brain went for the first.
I mean, I've got a for some reason I got like a weirdly specific image in my head, so I'm gonna run it past you.
Please.
Okay. She's always had a terrible sleepwalking and narcolepsy problem.
God.
This caused her all sorts of problems in life. But then, one day, it was discovered that her sleeping problems are actually the result of a prion disease damaging her brain's ability to regulate sleep. The diagnosis is terminal, and she'll eventually lose the ability to ever wake up again and
God.
subsequently die.
Did you write all this down?
Yes.
Amazing.
However, just a little prior to her death, she managed to awaken the ability to lucid dream. And now she lives a full life, doing all the things she could only dream of before, though she remains in eternal sleep still. You get all that?
I did get all that. How does she meet Rentaro?
I don't know. She's living her life. She's
What?
just doing shit she
What?
couldn't do because of narcolepsy. Yeah, that's it. It's a crazy idea, but I feel like because I was thinking in my head like what kind of thing would
Wait, but how does she
Nakamura
meet
do?
Rentaro? What do you mean? It's a cool idea. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Oh, because she's just living her life and she runs in there one day.
Well,
but
I thought you said she's like living her life through dreams. So
No.
I misunderstood. Say it again.
I said she always had like a sleepwalking and narcolepsy
Right.
problem.
And it turned out to be a disease that was going to make it so she
Yeah.
eventually just like slipped into a coma, right?
Yeah. Then a little bit before that happened, she discovered or she awakened the ability to lucid dream.
Right.
So now she's lucid dreaming, but also sleepwalking is the common is
Oh.
the yeah. So she's asleep, but she can she can move her.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that. Crazy.
So she's
that is
constantly
crazy.
in like a sleep paralysis state almost, like where
Well,
you're like,
I think it'd be like the opposite because sleepwalking.
right,
is like-
obviously. Well, I more meant
Yeah,
that in the sense that like she'd be half awake, half asleep almost.
Yeah.
Like she's moving
Something
around
crazy
and,
enough.
and like mumbling in her sleep. Wow.
But lucid. I don't know. It's something,
that's a
something
fascinating
crazy
concept.
enough
I don't think they're gonna go that hard
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it would feel like she's
Almost
not
right.
even really like interacting with Rentaro if she's constantly asleep. You know what I mean? I mean, so my first thought was, and by the way, not shitting on your idea. I think that'd be a
Yeah.
great fanfic, right?
I mean, I would be surprised if
it
the
went that
actual
hard.
thing was anything in that realm. So I'm not like
Right.
I'm not saying like yeah, you better knock him or you better be. Yeah,
If it's
you are.
exactly the same, you need to sue because they stole.
We got the proof right here.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. We put this out first, so yeah, unless
chaos weird.
the Raws ain't even out yet. I don't think.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. So I assumed that it was so okay. Obviously, there's gonna be more to it, and that's the part I can never fucking predict because that's the thing about this series is that there'll be like the obvious thing you think with like a thing that you never would have thought.
Yeah.
You know, like Catgirl, obvious, everyone knew. Suicidal Catgirl, ooh, you know, I could have never
Crazy.
guessed. Yeah, who could have thought? Shy Girl, everyone's been there, obviously. Naruto Jutsu knitting Shy Girl. Anyway, yeah. So point being, I'm expecting like Narcolepsy Girl. I don't know how much you said. You've seen none of One Piece, but like early One Piece, Ace, Luffy's brother, random ass character trait he has is that he's fucking narcoleptic. So like he'll just be in the middle of a conversation and just like like straight up.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene, the first time he gets introduced, he's face down in like a plate of fucking mashed potatoes, and like everyone at the restaurant thinks he's dead. Like because it was just like mid conversation, boom, like face down. And like, oh my god, is he dead? We gotta remove the body. What's gonna happen? And then he just wakes up and continues the conversation. like that's
Yeah,
kind of
sometimes.
yeah. So like that was something I was kind of imagining is like okay, we could have like Narcolepsy Girl, but like what would the and be?
Yeah.
What would the plus be?
Yeah, that's how I got to my
Right.
crazy ass. It's like
That was a hell of an and. That was a hell of a plus. Yeah. I wish I could think of something. I'm so bad at this.
it also just be that she just looks sleepy, but she's not actually sleepy. Like
yeah.
and then people always talk. People like, hey, pay attention to me. Stop yawning or whatever. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm listening. I just look sleepy. You know.
Yeah, I just have those
Something like that.
permanent eye bags. Depending on how those are drawn, they can be very attractive. So I'm really looking forward to how she looks. What age are we thinking? Are we gonna get a student, or is this gonna be like a fucking 28-year-old, or what?
Because I remember last time with what turned out to be Saki, I was like, they're gonna be like a 40.
Well, that's what you want. That's what you want. That wasn't your prediction, was it, or was it really?
years. But that turned out. I mean, so far we haven't had anyone like that yet. But
So, well, yeah,
No,
I
I'm
mean, there's plenty of chances. You got like 80 or 70 more chances.
I guess I could just be like, yeah, she's gonna be a 40-year-old sleep-looking woman. I keep doing that every single
Every single
I'll
prediction.
get it right eventually.
Damn. Why Rios want this middle-aged woman so bad, huh? What does this mean? Or do you have a certain
Yeah.
preference? Do you like older women?
Predilection. My prediction is women.
All women.
Okay, I almost said women any age, but any legal age.
Everyone use their common sense now.
Honestly,
here's what I'll say.
honestly, at this age,
go ahead,
I feel like, honestly, at this age, I feel like someone even 20 would feel kind of young. But anyway, yeah, go on.
I'll say this. Just not to pop your bubble here, but it does say that sleepy looking girl, and I feel like usually girl they use for like around his age, and it wouldn't be like woman if it was older, right?
Perhaps.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's probably just going to be another like around. If I was to guess, I'm feeling, because we just got Saki who was older than him, I'm feeling a younger one. I'm feeling like a Kurumi age, like late middle school, you know, like a little EP baby. I mean, that's what you think when you think EP. Little EP baby, small baby EP.
But anytime you have expectations, though, this is the kind of story where having expectations means they're going to be subverted.
Honestly, just a super tired like college girl. Like she's like going
nice,
right.
Yeah.
She's going to college. She's got like 7 classes. She's like full-time job. She's drinking coffee constantly.
Yep. I mean, that's the kind of person who would love a drug from Kusuri.
I want her intro chapter to literally be like Kusuri, and then she like abuses it, and she's just like, "Fucking, I haven't slept in 2 weeks. Please help. I took too much of it."
You're really sleepy looking.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what it is. I mean, that would be. I don't think it's gonna be what you said, but bro, that would be intense as fuck. She's like falling into a coma.
Yeah, I was thinking of things like, because I mean, we have had some intense as fuck intro. Like Tama is an example.
Oh yeah,
he literally wanted to commit suicide, and Meru was looking at war and slavery in books and shit. So I mean, it's not necessarily beyond the pale. But,
yeah, no, you're right. Oh man, well, I guess we'll see. I'm really excited. New girlfriend chapters are always really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're finishing out, then I guess So like today we learn aliens are indeed living things too. And if you are a living thing, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Damn,
to our channel.
That's the broadest ass. You're right. Yeah, if you're a living thing, you have to subscribe to us. Okay, that's like, so. If there's an ant crawling on your keyboard right now, be sure to direct him to the subscribe button.
Yeah, get them their own channel, so it's not just one subscription for one household.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're on that Disney Plus shit, okay? We're gonna fucking charge you for sharing subscriptions, all right? Different subscription for everyone in your house: your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister,
your cat,
your I don't know, the rat living in your wall.
If you're pregnant, then the fetus has to.
Lord. Mm-hmm. Wow. I was going to make an abortion joke, but I'm going to shy away from it.
Okay. Anything else?
Damn it, I really... I don't know. I'm still stuck on this abortion joke I was going to make, but I got to fucking... I'm going to do it anyway. So if you get that kid aborted, you do not delete that channel. I still want that subscription.
Yeah. What he said.
That wasn't worth it. That wasn't funny. Delete that from your brains. All right. Yeah. I mean, you already kind of said it. You did the fucking joke. I don't know what else to say. I'm bad at this. I should have ended 30 seconds ago.
Okay. Us living things are gonna head out. We'll see you next time. Where we sleep in things as well as living things.
Do you know that? Okay, I got a way to wrap this up. Back when Marvel was good, do you remember? It's one of my favorite fucking. It's when Ant-Man is meeting Captain America in the Civil War movie. Do you remember this? Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh my god!" And he's shaking his hand. He's like, "Whoa! Oh my god! You're Captain America! Wow!" I'm shaking your hand too long. That is me at the end of every fucking video. I don't know how to end them. Like, I just keep going because I keep thinking like I can come up with another joke. There's got to be another joke brewing up in there, and there never is. Goodbye.
Yeah, well.